I rise today to speak about a shooting that occurred last week in Azure Resort Residence, a condominium in Parañaque. The gunman, a resident of the condominium, opened fire in the community's basketball court. Two individuals lost their lives. 52-year-old security consultant Nestor Punsalan and 29-year-old RJ Gonzalez, a young man with a bright future. 4 others were wounded. To the families of the victims and all of those affected, we offer our deepest sympathies. Kaisa po ninyo kami sa pagluluksa at sa paghahanap ng hustisya. Ngunit, hindi tayo pwedeng huminto sa pagkikiramay because this incident exposed larger issues in our justice system. The suspect, 59-year-old William de Guzman, is not just, quote-unquote, a troubled neighbor. As confirmed by the Philippine National Police, he is a convicted criminal. In 2012, he was involved in a double homicide case in Taguig. He was found guilty, and in 2023, a warrant for the service of his sentence was issued. The warrant directed law enforcement, and I quote, to arrest William de Guzman, who is said to be found at Miami 809, Azure Urban Resort Residences, Marcelo Green Village, Parañaque City, Southern National Capital Region, or elsewhere, who has been convicted by this court of the crime of homicide, and to commit him immediately for the service of sentence. Pero sa loob ng 3 taon, malaya siyang nakatira sa kondo na yon, kahit may standing warrant of arrest na dapat hulihin siya doon mismo sa kanyang condominium unit. Mr. Speaker, when a convicted individual, someone already sentenced by our courts, can hide in plain sight for years, we have to ask, how did this happen? How many more are out there living with impunity? How many more active warrants are gathering dust while the families of victims wait in vain? We call for an investigation in aid of legislation to look into the gaps in the policies involving enforcement of warrants by the Philippine National Police to ensure that a conviction actually leads to time served in jail. But that is not all, Mr. Speaker. Another disturbing fact that emerged is that in the hours following the shooting, while Mr. de Guzman was still at large, the police refused to name him. This was a critical window of time where public cooperation could have significantly aided the manhunt. The PNP's justification, they cited, quote, sensitive personal information, unquote, under the Data Privacy Act. Mr. Speaker, this justification is incorrect. Section 4 of the Data Privacy Act explicitly states that, quote, information necessary in order to carry out the functions of public authority, which includes law enforcement, unquote, is not covered by the data privacy law and therefore may be publicly disclosed. The police seem to have a double standard. Bakit kapag karaniwang tao ang suspect, mabilis nilang pinapangalanan? Samantala, tila binabaluktot nila ang paggamit ng batas para protektahan ng ilang individual. Our investigation must review the PNP's practice of selectively and incorrectly withholding names of suspects under the guise of the Data Privacy Act. Finally, Mr. Speaker, we must look into the role of property management of the Azure residences. Reports have raised serious questions about the speed of the emergency response, the lack of transparency about the incident, and whether or not there was obstruction in the service of legal warrants. Could the management have done more to prevent this incident from happening? Mr. Speaker, this is not just about one shooting, and we must not dismiss this as an isolated incident. Ang trahedyang ito ay tila tip of the iceberg ng mas malalim na problema sa ating sistema ng katarungan. We often hear that we need to be tough on crime, but the truth is, it is not the severity of the punishment, but the certainty of punishment that deters crime. When a conviction does not lead to a jail cell, and if we do not fix these gaps in our enforcement and tracking systems, we are letting the criminals win, and we are leaving innocent, law-abiding Filipinos in harm's way. Maraming salamat po.